Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen that cat, man.
I mean, the ant apparently didn't even think, well, maybe it's just an injury, you know. Nope, go to the graveyard.
I smell a pheromone. I gotta go.
Well, death does smell a whole lot different than it.
The smell of it.
Yeah, he did some experiments with them little honey ants, the ones that collect the little blobs of honey and hang it in their house like the little. They hang them on the ceiling like little blobs of honey, and that's what they get when they need sustenance.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And then I remember watching one. There's a ant colony that actually invaded his house, trying to get into one of the cages. And he was doing like little experiments with it and shit like that, and had to figure out where this colony was coming from. He just, I don't know, when you're super stoned and you ain't got nothing better to do, it is like the most fascinating shit ever.
Oh, dude, YouTube rabbit holes are dangerous, man.
Not that I'm ever going to use a bit of this information that I have learned about ants ever in my entire fucking life.
No. But I still just need to know it. I need to know this.
Man, the shit I watch on YouTube just because I'm so interested in it that I'll never use anywhere in my life is just like, why did I watch that? Let me watch the second video now. Fuck it.
And you know, dude, you're reaching the age like me and Bob, where in order to input new information, you have to go through and delete old files. And you know, sometimes I end up deleting important files just to put in shit like the attention span of a goldfish.
Hey, you want to see my way to delete old files? I have a very special way, and I think I'm going to show you right now about what this special way is, because I think it is a very unique thing. Here, I'll give you a demonstration of how I delete old files.
The only problem with that...
Don't forget that bitch. I forgot what her name is now.
The only problem with that method is sometimes it's not just the old files that gets deleted. Sometimes not.
Yeah, that's my problem. Sometimes I run into this issue and it's like, wait a minute. The only file that I can find right now to delete, I really kind of want to keep it. What do I do?
Did you tell me about me getting lightheaded the other day, Josh? I'm sitting here and I'm stoned off my ass. And I'm thinking that I'm not really stoned. I'm actually thinking this wouldn't be worth a thing. But this thing is getting real lightheaded. Swinging. I'm like, what the fuck? I was forgetting to breathe. I was getting lightheaded. I was so high.
He just forgot to breathe.
Military basic hardware.
Oh, my breath. I got lightheaded.
I still don't think that's as bad as the guy asking for on his phone. He was sitting here, he's on his phone right now. He's using his phone.
Yeah.
We're sitting here on a video call, and I'm like, yeah, I need to call Roger real quick, dude. You got his number? He goes, yeah. And he starts looking all over the fucking place for his telephone.
There's nothing here
And I can tell what he's doing. I let him go for a minute, and I'm like, dude.
I have to take what I can get. The last 2 years. You'll see.
It's right behind me, man. It's right behind me.
Just here, let me look at the top, the sides.
Are you looking for this?
Yeah. I'm over here, hey.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
Yeah, when he realized it too, it was like, oh my God, I cannot believe what
It
I
offends
did.
him that I am installed aboard.
Hell, I walked around the house for 30 minutes the other day.
You did just fine without an AI. You might have even airlock is ajar.
Were they in your hand? Yeah.
Just like this. I had the keys in my hand, and I'm all over the fucking house.
Why are you named Edie?
Yeah.
You ever seen that meme?
Is the phonetic
The stoner meme where a dude is looking through the car and it shows the blood in the back of his ear.
Well, that's like the old episode of Cops where the cop pulls over the dude that's got the joint behind his ear, and the cop's like, have you smoked any weed tonight? And the guy's like, no. And the cop goes, I believe
What do
you.
you do with
You know
shit?
why I believe you? And the guy goes, no. And the cop goes, because the joint's still behind your ear. And the dude's like,
I serve additional functions which are restricted
Man,
at this time.
that would really suck too. You know you're fucked at that point. You're like, I really could have smoked that. What the
Cyber
fuck?
warfare means things like viruses, right?
that's the
Includes
only
range
way.
ship-to-ship
Double
combat
for it. You
and
should have
can sometimes
smoked
break
it.
through the firewalls
Man.
of the enemy's internal wireless network.
Well, when me and
Once I
Frank
control
got pulled
their
over on the way
systems,
back
I
from
can turn off
Cincinnati,
gravity or air.
the cop made
I
him
can
grind his
disable
weed up
weapons
into the
guidance
damn
shields.
pavement.
Or
And there was
I can
one
put
big
their
bud
vision
left,
and
and the
melt
cop
down.
said,
On
well,
the
you need to get
defense,
that bud right there too.
manage
Frank
our
said,
own suite of
can I
jammers
not
to
pick that one up and just
internal
smoke it for the way
firewalls.
home?
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that
That
in
was the
every
coolest cop ever, dude.
An
He
organic
found the
operator
weed that was in
cannot
our
react
dash.
enough to change
I know he did.
circumstances.
I watched him take every single fucking piece of everything out of that dash, except the bag of weed and the pipe.
We are suspects.
All might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic
He shined his
civilization.
flashlight down in it. I saw him from the fucking side, watched him fucking pull it out. What he did was, I don't know if you've heard about this, T.
Restricted
You know
functions.
Frank Maddox
Like what?
that does tattoos.
I do
We
not
had went to
know.
Ohio to do
Some of my
tattoo work, and we
databases
got
are
pulled
sealed,
over
some of my hardware
just
is
this
kept
side
offline.
on the river,
I
and
assume
still in
that
Cincinnati,
conditions are met.
greater Cincinnati, but we were actually in
Those
Kentucky. Right?
Yeah, I know about that because I landed at the Cincinnati airport
That's right.
that was
You
in
know what?
fucking Kentucky.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Right. So we're right in that area. Frank's running 100 fucking mile an hour down the interstate, and I keep telling him, slow down, slow down, slow down. We're gonna go to jail. Your seatbelts don't work. We're riding dirty. Let's fucking slow down, dude.
Let's
We
discuss
topped the
something
hill and right
else.
in the fucking
Ready.
on the merge lane to get off the interstate. There sits a cop
I want to know more
sideways
about
in
the
the
people I'm
vehicle.
working with.
As soon as I saw him, I'm like, well, we're fucked.
Do you have
So
a
the cop
specific
pulls up
inkling?
beside of us, shines his light right in the driver's door. I had leaned up just before that to check
What sort
the
of resources does
GPS,
Cerberus
because the
have?
seatbelt
Money,
didn't work, so I had just had it
facilities?
draped across me. Well, when I leaned up to get the GPS and then leaned back, I didn't fix it, so it didn't look like I had a seatbelt on. The cop gets back behind us. Now, meanwhile, I've got a roach, and I'm rolling up this roach into a little ball. Right? So he pulls us over, walks up to my window, and he starts, well, why weren't you wearing a seatbelt? I'm like, you see it. He's like, well, you weren't wearing a seatbelt. I was like, well, I'm not going to argue with you, but I'm going to stick to my guns that I was wearing my seatbelt. You couldn't see it because it's very slack, but I still had it on. So he asked me to step out of the vehicle. He says, why does it smell like marijuana in the vehicle? Frank goes, well, we smoked a joint with my cousin in Ohio, but it's legal there. Cop's like, yeah, that's no problem, but you got any in the vehicle? Frank immediately cops to it and says, well, there might be some in the back. He had gotten a half ounce from his cousin right before we left. So he's on camera copping to this
What do you
weed.
mean?
Although I have
So,
lost control of the
they get me out of the
I am
car,
still subject
and
to
they're
behavioral
questioning me.
blocks and the physical
Come to find
isolation
out, they ended up telling us what
In
they
this case,
thought.
I'm
They
prevented
thought
from
we were
truthfully answering
heroin
your
users.
question by
And
service
I was
levels of
the money and he was the driver. So they've got me out of the vehicle and they're like, so is there any large amounts of cash
That
in
was
the vehicle?
Cerberus
And I'm like,
organization. Aside from
I
the
don't
elusive
know.
man, I don't see much chain of command.
I'll help you look.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented
If you find some, I'll
cells.
take some of it.
I'll split it with you.
Yeah, he says, is there any guns in the
Each
vehicle?
cell's agents
I'm
are
like,
led by
no.
a single
He
operator.
says, is there any large amounts of drugs anywhere in the vehicle? I said, not other than what he copped to. I said, but there is a dead body in the trunk.
That was
He
Cerberus
goes, well, I was fixing to ask
Aside
you
from the
that.
elusive
You beat me
man, I
to
don't
it.
see much chain of command.
So,
Cerberus is
So then he
organized
he's asking me, he's like, what were you guys doing in Ohio? And I'm like,
isolation.
we were tattooing.
One cell cannot recognize the members of
We've got a
another.
lot of friends and family up in Ohio, and it's legal for us to tattoo there, so we were up doing some tattoo work, making money. It's all of our tattoo equipment in the back of the
How
vehicle.
did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship
So,
in the Alliance Navy without
He's
anyone
asking me, he's like,
knowing?
well, what do you do for a living? I said, well, I'm a professional musician, and my wife's an office manager. He goes, well,
Let's discuss something
how do you
else.
guys make a living? He asked me how much money I made at shows. I'm like, well, I mean, I don't make a lot, maybe $100 a night. He's like, you only play once a weekend? I'm like, yeah. He says, you only make $100 a week? He goes, I said, yeah. He goes, so how do you survive if all you make is $100 a week? I said, well, my wife makes $60,000 a year, about $20,000 more than you do a year. So, I mean, it's okay for us. So then he goes, well, what does your wife think about you going out of town with other men? And I'm like, well, my wife knows I'm not gay like you, so so I'm just giving this cop
What's this
hell,
area?
dude, because I know I don't have
This is
shit
the bridge
on me.
where the navigator plots our
I have
exit
nothing
boundaries, and the
on
helmsman
me at all
monitors the ship.
whatsoever. I've
Yeah,
got
sitting right
a
here,
couple $100
thanks.
that I made in tattoo
That's all
money,
for now.
and I've got my tattoo equipment, which is 100% legal. All of my shit's got my name written on it. It's real easy to determine what's mine and what ain't. I'm like, I ain't got nothing to worry about. If Frank gets in trouble for the weed he was carrying, then that's on Frank.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Leave us alone. So he has his buddy come, and they start searching the vehicle. Well, I had done a trade for one of my tattoos. I traded a damn $400 aluminum 4-core radiator for my Mustang, right? Well, I've got it in the back of the vehicle. So dude goes over and he starts looking down. He's literally looking into the damn radiator, right? And he starts banging it back and forth. And I looked right over my shoulder. I said, dude, don't you fuck up my $400 radiator and kick $400 out of your ass.
Commander, you've received a new message.
Straight up, man. Don't fuck my $400 radiator up. So they look through the whole vehicle. But the thing is, dude, he has a hatchback and the seats fold down. And when they do, there's these little flaps that cover the front floorboard.
Yeah.
We could have had a nuclear bomb under them two little flaps. They never did look under. They searched everything in that vehicle. They literally searched my underwear, dude. They took my clothes bag out, searched through my dirty underwear. But never bothered to look under them two seats. And you could see clearly, all you had to do was open the side door and see that there was shit under there. We had sleeping bags and stuff stuffed under there. All they had to do was pull them out.
Here's one for you, Joker.
Hang on, Bob. So the dude made Frank grind up the weed. And we just told him, look, we're just trying to get to Tennessee. We cut the hippies and we moving shit, blah, blah. They said, they told us about, they thought we was heroin mules. But I swear to this day, I think that cop saw that bag of weed and that pipe in there, and he knew that Frank was not on camera confessing to having it. He had to find the weed that Frank confessed to having. He had to. Frank was on camera confessing to having it. Right? He was obligated by his oath to find that weed. Frank never confessed to anything in the dash, and I think that cop saw it and was like, you know what? I don't have to bust them for that too. Let them boys have this so they got a little bit of something to smoke on the way home to Tennessee.
I think
I really and truly believe he did.
I think it was more like, I don't want to do any goddamn paperwork tonight.
Well, they done told us if all we had was weed, we were going home tonight.
Like I said, for something that's so fucking trivial, he did not want to fucking do the paperwork.
That's like when they spotlighted me out on the island, dude. Well, I ain't doing that paperwork.
Oh yeah, you gotta tell T about that one, dude.
I'm out on the island in the middle of the lake, right? For the whole week, I'm up there saving our camping spot for 4th of July weekend. I'm drunk. I'm on the island by myself. I've got a campfire going. I've got a beer in my hand, but I'm in my boxer shorts, and that's all I've got on. And this some fishing game up in a boat pulling up to the island shines a spotlight up there on me, and I just wave at him with the beer in my hand, he just turns the light off and leaves. He's like, I ain't doing this paperwork.
No, I just don't want nothing to do with it tonight.
I'm not even going to call this in and tell anybody about it. I'm just going to pretend it never happened.
I bet you the cops do that a lot. For shit that they know that is just not a danger to society. Not fucking with nobody or whatever. They're just like, this ain't worth the fucking paperwork. Unless they're a rookie, they're just done with it.
I'm not going to go up here and bother with this half-naked drunk dude on the island.
That'll probably try to fight me.
Yeah, he probably will try to fight me. And I'm not going to call this in. Guys, I need backup because there's a half-naked guy on the island. I'm not calling this shit in.
No.
It's like, I ain't want nothing to do with this situation right now. Just turn this light off, hit the gas, let's go.
I was on an island and there was no boat. I was stranded on that island.
Yeah.
Right.
They knew you weren't in trouble.
Yeah. You weren't going nowhere.
They're like,
he'll run out of beer and sober up.
Yeah, he'll get back however he got there.
What he was doing, Bob, was he was checking to make sure you had more than the cooler you floated there on.
Yeah, because I had to fight the raccoons at night to keep it all.
I bet.
Now, I used to drive a truck, Toker, and I went to work for this company, and I was coming up out of Florida, and I was over on 95, so I was up around Jacksonville. And I got pulled into the weigh station, right, and they pulled me around back and wanted to inspect, check my paperwork and all that stuff. Well, they happened to have a canine unit there, and they brought the canine unit over, and the dog went the hell off. It was hitting on something in that truck. So they put the dog back in the car, and that canine officer, he left, and 2 DOT guys got me out of the truck and was up here. They searched that truck for almost 2 hours, and I'm sitting on the sidewalk, beside of it. And they come out and said, well, we didn't find anything in that truck, but the dog said there was something in there. I said, look, I've only been in this truck for a week. I said, if there's something in there, I don't know about it. And I wasn't lying to them. So they got me back in the truck, sent me on my merry way. They never checked me. I had 2 8 balls of Coke in my pocket. But the whole time for 2 hours, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to jail in Jacksonville, Florida. Not a place somebody ought to be working.
You were already preparing for how white you were going to feel.
Yeah, it wasn't going to be nice.
As a native Floridian, I can tell you, if you go to jail as a white man in Jacksonville, Florida, you're going to look like Bozo the fucking clown with the red nose and the white face thing on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
I'd have walked in there like Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder and busted loose. That's right.
That's right.
First thing that comes to mind every time I think of Gene Wilder's Blazing Saddles.
Absolutely, yeah.
and the sheriff that stuck out just as much as a white boy in those southern jails.
Wasn't he the Waco Kid? Wasn't that who he was? The Waco Kid?
Yeah, the Waco Kid.
Yeah.
And I don't think they could have picked a better actor than Cleves, Barton Cleves, or whatever the fuck his name was, the black guy.
Oh, Cleavon, yeah.
Yeah, he was like the best pick. I don't think Richard Pryor could have done better.
Excuse me while I whip this out. Yeah. Then Gene Wilder, he says, look, I don't shake. He said, your hand ain't shaking? He said, yeah, but I shoot with this hand.
know. When I think Gene Wilder, first thing I think is hear no evil, speak no evil.
Well, yeah, all those were good, man.
Yeah.
Restroom is on the port side of the ship.
And Richard Pryor, I immediately, when I think Richard Pryor, I think the toy.
The toy was a good one.
You ass!
Yeah, you ass.
Access to the AI core is restricted. Access to the
That's
AI
when I
core
was,
is
what I
restricted.
used to call U.S. Express truckers.
Yeah.
If I had to holler them on the radio, that's what I call them, U.S. Express.
You ass.
Sorry, princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just...
The gunnery officer is
That
required
chick
to
that
access
that chick that played that part, she also plays in Summer Rental with John Candy. She's the crazy neighbor chick that keeps showing everybody her titties.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen it? See,
What was the name of it?
Summer Rental with John Candy.
I don't know. Well, there's a lot of names or movies that I watched that I just
Summer
don't.
Rental's great.
Uncle Buck's a good one, too.
Uncle Buck's
Yeah.
a fucking awesome. I love that one.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a good one.
Yeah, that's definitely a good one.
Between two pillows, those are pillows. Hey, how about that bear gang this weekend?
Yeah.
They don't make comedies like they used to, huh?
They're not allowed to.
Allowed to, yeah.
No, you offend somebody now.
Well, it's just like we were talking earlier, T. One of the old episodes of Andy Griffith, where Goober meets Thelma Lou's cousin, and she's this big old fat ugly girl, and Andy says, "Say something nice to the lady, Goober," and he looks at her and says, "You don't sweat much for a fat lady."
You couldn't get away with that nowadays.
Yeah, that wouldn't go over so well these days, even though that's. I don't really see that too bad. Still, it wouldn't go over.
No, that's like we were watching Mighty Ducks 3 the other day, and every Mighty Ducks movie, there's an asshole team. There's a team that's just a bunch of assholes.
Of course.
And they were talking smack to the Mighty Ducks, and he says, "Well, y'all are just a bunch of pasty white kids that don't know how to play." And the obligatory black kid sticks his head up and goes, "Who you calling white?"
I could see that being on today's shit, though.
Yeah, that one you can get away with.
Well, if you're saying anything bad about white people, it's okay. Then
Oh, yeah.
If you're racist against white people, it's okay. If you say bad things about white people, it's okay.
Well, here's the best example I can think of in modern times. There is a TV show about a black family who acts very uptight, white, suburban type people, and they call it Blackish.
Hey, did you ever watch White Chicks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How well do you think Black Chicks would go over?
But exactly, but hang on, hear me out. It's okay to make a show about a black family that acts white, that acts like a plain white suburban family. You couldn't make a movie or a TV show about a white family that lives in the ghetto and acts like black people.
Well, how many times do you hear the word cracker on TV and in movies?
Yeah.
But
Fine.
But you go ahead and say one racist, derogatory term about any person of color, doesn't matter which race, oh, you just a racist piece of shit.
Nope. You can't.
But you could say cracker, honky, fucking peckerwood, fucking polar bear, it doesn't matter. You can say whatever the fuck you want about some white bread motherfuckers, and ain't nobody batting an eye.
When I was in the Army, Tucker, I was at the schoolhouse for a while. We got a new artillery piece, and we was having to come up with a new operating procedure to use it, right? Everything we're doing is being recorded, on video and being sent to the Pentagon and all that stuff. Well, when you've been doing this for a couple months, you forget them cameras are even on you.
Oh, yeah.
And And I'm sitting there, and we're right in the middle of a fire mission. I'm operating the computer, and this black guy comes walking up. His name was Redmond. He comes walking up inside the vehicle with me. He says, Corporal O, he said, don't fuck with me. And I'm doing the mission. I said, oh yeah, why is that? He said, because I'm a first-degree black belt in Kaniga, right? I'm like, it don't bother me none. I'm a 7th-degree black belt in Cracker. Man, it wasn't 5 minutes till the damn colonel, with full bird colonel, was up there and had me and him both standing in position of attention, chewing our ass out, because they had to erase all that damn tape and do the entire mission all over again because they could not send that racist shit to the Pentagon on tape.
somebody up there ain't gonna fucking like it.
Yeah, but to me and him, it was just a damn joke, you know? Right? As soon as I said it, he said, ooh, I can't fuck with you, Dan.
Man, I work construction. I'll just say that, thank God there ain't fucking cameras or video recording there because holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the shit that's said, man.
Dude, I was working on a job site one time, and I was sitting in the Bobcat, and the boss man was actually in the ditch running the shovel. He was talking. He kept making black jokes. What he was doing was they were setting me up. He kept making black jokes. Black jokes. And finally, I'm like, yeah, I can't remember the joke I told, but I told a black joke. And all 3 of the guys that worked with him and him stopped and just looked at me funny. And he says, dude, I'm married to a black woman. I can get away with making black jokes. You can't. I'm like, whoop. I done pissed the boss off.
Be like, I don't give a fuck if you're married to a black chick or not. What the fuck does that give you a right? Your skin ain't black, motherfucker. Right. Shut the fuck. Oh yeah, I'd have lost my job right there.
Well, no sooner did I realize the thought of oh shit crossed my mind than he was like, they all busted out laughing. I realized he wasn't. They were just setting me up.
We had it when I was out in California in the Army. Dwayne Lockridge was his name. Big old black dude. He boxed on the Army boxing team in the heavyweight division. So he was always gone training. He was never with us. He was just stationed with us. But he was a real cool dude. And I caught him in the hallway of the barracks one day. And I said, hey, Lockridge. I said, what's this? And I took a piece of Velcro, right? And started going like that. I said, what is it? He said, I don't know, what is it? I said, it's 2 niggers fucking. He chased me, I bet, for 3 fucking miles.
Damn it.
Oh, I need another beer, I think. It's gonna be a good day today. Oh shit, the sunlight's out.
They finally popping in out there.
Well, I can't exactly say it's sunlight. I'll just say it's getting light out.
Yeah, the sun's out real bright and pretty here, but it's still cold as shit.
There ain't nothing pretty outside, that's for sure. It's that gray gloom shit. And of course, cold as shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see, what it...
It's freezing, though. It's up to 34 now. It was got in the 20s last night.
Huh.
We're in the south. It's weird. In the 20s,
we're at 34 right now.
That's what we're at.
T, I just got kicked out of the Red Dead group.
Why? What kind of shit you say?
I didn't say shit. I didn't say a fucking thing, man. it told me that I had been kicked out because they had changed the requirements, and I had not agreed to the group rules.
That's weird.
I went and hit join, and I clicked join, agree to rules, and submitted my request again. I don't know. I've been a member for a week now. I don't know why all of a sudden it just booted me out.
I sent you an invite just a little bit ago to a different one. Was it a different one? Am I in two different ones? I don't know. Let me look.
Red Dead Redemption 2 Online Plus Story.
Alright, there should be one that I invited you to is Red Dead Redemption 2 PS4 and PS5.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, the Red Dead Redemption 2 Online Plus Story, PS4 and PS5 only.
My invite might have got all jacked up and got accepted as a submission.
Well, you know what? I might as well hit you with the trifecta. There's another one.
What are you doing?
Hey, you got a bird on your shoulder, homie?
Yeah. She was feeling a little left out.
What are you doing, Trouble?
She suffers from steak and egg syndrome.
Yeah.
From what?
Shaken egg syndrome.
Oh, I thought you said steak and eggs. I was like, I'm like, what?
Shaken egg. Her egg was shook up real bad when she was a baby or something. She don't fly. She's scared of flying.
Yeah.
She won't even fly from his shoulder over to her cage, which is about this far away. She'll stand on his shoulder and go and point at it because she wants him to put her over there.
Huh.
She falls out of her bed at night.
Yeah, she falls off her perch occasionally.
So
She suffers from separation anxiety.
She was a special egg.
Yeah, she has daddy issues.
Daddy issues. She has that separation anxiety.
I can't believe I just found the bird version of my ex.
Ta-da!
What are you doing?
It's supposed to snow today.
I'll vote no on that.
I second that motion.
We were supposed to get some here too.
Oh yeah.
I'm about to smoke myself into a buzz.
Instead it's raining.
Yeah, that's what all the stuff that was supposed to turn into snow for us just rained.
Wow.
You could tell it was trying to snow, but it was mostly just slushy flakes mixed in with the rain.
Well, it's raining. And we're supposed to get cold again this weekend.
Amanda's sister's daughter's husband got stationed in Alaska. She just moved up there with him. Well, she was doing their taxes last night for them, right? She does the whole family's taxes. They email her the information, she does it. She had to call her. She calls her. I can always hear Haley when she's on the phone. Her voice carries past the phone, way past the phone. And I was actually sitting on the couch. And Amanda, she answers. Amanda says, well, have you got used to the cold yet? And Haley says, as loud as she could possibly say, she goes, fuck no, and I don't think I ever will.
You know, I'm still ain't used to the cold in Washington, and I've been here for a long time now.
Amanda said, how cold is it right there? Haley said, hang on a minute, I'll look. I don't know what she looked at, but she said, well, right now it reads negative 19 with a wind chill of negative 36.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of no.
Alaska's on the list of I'm never fucking visiting. You know? Huh?
I've been there twice.
I
I'd go in summer.
I ain't never lost nothing there, so I don't need to go there to find it.
I would definitely go in summer, but
Well, both times I went, I was in the Army, and I didn't have a say-so about it, so.
Well, I could understand that, but seeing how I'm not in the Army.
Yeah, well, you know, I ain't been back.
it's like all these survivalist shows. They're like, learn how to survive in the fucking Amazon jungle. I don't need to know that.
I ain't never going to see the Amazon jungle. Why the fuck do I need to survive in it? I ain't.
Learn how to survive the Alaskan wild, the Alaskan tundra. And I'm like, no, I don't need to know that because I am never going to ever in my life voluntarily find myself on the Alaskan tundra.
I'm never going to find myself north of the continental 48.
Josh, oddly enough, when I was in the Army, I had to go through jungle training school in Panama.
Where you ended up going back to?
Yeah, well, I got to go actually shoot people the next time.
Right?
Did you get bit by a botfly?
No.
That'd be the most horrible thing.
Yeah.
A botfly. Man, that one thing alone. I don't even need to think about anything else. Just the idea of something laying an egg inside of me. And it like start wiggling around, chewing, eating. No, man, I'm fucking good.
And then they got that little fish that swims up in your pecker.
Yeah, it's a little catfish.
Yeah, swims up in your dick and then sticks his little spines out so you can't get him out.
Yep.
I heard that's mostly myth, though.
No, it's not.
No?
Yeah.
I haven't done too much research, but I thought I read an article that there's been very few cases where that's actually happened.
There have been very few cases, but it is true. It will do that. But I think it happens.
Candiru, also known as the penis fish, is a small Amazonian catfish. It's reported to lodge in the urethra of people who may be urinating in the water. Let's see, there it is.
I'm just gonna say something. I don't even know what I'd do if something swam up my dick and then shot out some little spikes, so it can't be dislodged. It's like, do I just say fuck? Do I just say fuck sex for the rest of my life and just chop it off?
I would scream like a girl.
I think that would be a bare minimal reaction. Okay, I think that's an underestimate because I'd be screaming like a little bitch. Okay.
I don't even need to worry about what would happen if that happened because I'm not going to be in the fucking Panamanian jungle.
Yeah, I ain't never going to be.
We come full circle all the way back to the. I'm not going to be there.
Yeah.
That is among a long list of risks in my life that I'm never ever going to have to be concerned about.
It's just like the continent of Australia. The Australia and Africa. Those are two continents that you can pay me money, and I'm probably still not going to go visit because
everything there wants to kill you.
Yeah, but in Australia, everything wants to kill you. In Africa, everything's wants to kill you or has a disease.
Well, no. In Africa, everything. Well, in Australia, everything just wants to stab you and kill you by way of stabbing you.
stabbing you, stinging you.
In Africa, everything wants to eat you.
Eat you, yeah.
Well, 1 in 4 in Africa have AIDS.
Well,
So you can't fuck nothing there, okay? you get a hot chick that's rubbing up on your shit while you're drunk at the club or some bar, whatever. You best be under control of yourself under that alcohol inebriation because your ass is gonna wake up with a death sentence.
No, George, not the livestock.
Livestock.
But you know, me and Bob were actually talking about that the other day, man. North America's kind of the same, but in a different way. North America, all the plants want to kill you. Like, look how many poisonous plants there are in North America.
Yeah, but man, you have to. Besides like 2 that you rub up on, you have to go eat that shit.
Right? I mean, yeah, but still,
You have to fucking try to get yourself fucking killed here. Unless you run into a grizzly, unless you run into a pack of wolves, a grizzly, or a fucking kitty cat that really doesn't like people, you're good here. Alright?
Yeah. I don't like people. That's all of them.
Well, the ones that count are bigger than a Mancoon.
Well, the black bear will fuck you up too, man. They might not always kill you, but they'll fuck you up.
A black bear, unless you corner that bitch, is gonna run from you.
99% of the time.
And the only reason they do come up on you is because they have poor eyesight and they're curious about what the fuck that blurry thing they just seen was.
Now, we have issues with bears here. We have issues with bears here. So in the Smokies, they're protected. They know that they can come into the campground and rummage through the garbage and nobody's going to fuck with them. North of there, up in my area, north of the Smokies, we hunt them. So they
Over here we hunt them.
They avoid people at all costs, with the exception of the ones that come into the campgrounds out that are all the way out up in the mountains, away from the houses and shit. You know, we've got campgrounds, and I'm sure you've got them there too, where there ain't no houses nowhere near.
Yeah.
There's just campground.
Yeah, one of the first warnings you get a lot of times is make sure your food's sealed up at night because you're gonna get a bear up in your fucking camp.
Yeah. Yep. They will come in. 8 or 10 years ago, me and Amanda were camping up at Paint Creek, and a family just 6 or 8 camp spots up from us went to bed with their food in the tent. They had a big family tent, and the bear come in the tent after the food, and in the process, it them pawed the little girl's head and damn near ripped her scalp off. It wasn't an attack. They didn't euthanize the bear or anything. The bear never did attack the girl. It just stepped on her head. But still, it wouldn't happen.
Have a ton of fucking animals step on your head, yeah, you're just surprised you don't fucking get it crushed.
Yes.
But can you imagine that little girl going to school and, you know, you got a scar or something? Well, how'd you get that scar? A bear stepped on me. You know?
I mean, the chick's going to get cool points for that for the rest of her life, dude.
The question is, what was you doing? Sleeping?
Laying her sleep. Fucking just stepped on my head.
There's no answer to that story that won't lead to more questions.
Yeah. Why was he stepping on your head? Well, he's trying to get in the tent. Well, why was he trying to get in the tent?
Because my parents were dumbasses.
Because we brought the food in the tent. Why'd you bring the food in the fucking tent?
Because we're retarded.
Because we're dumbasses. That's where that story stops.
Keep it away from the bear.
That's where the story stops. Because we're dumbasses. Oh,
Yeah.
enough said.
It's like, in all the camping I've ever done, I ain't never seen no motherfucking food go in the tent.
Well, dude, I have spent hundreds of thousands of hours in the woods. And in all my life and all the time I've spent in the woods, I have had 2 encounters with the bear. One of which, I was in a vehicle and it was just crossing the road. We were just in the woods, going through the woods on the road. So, encounters with bears, if you mind your P's and Q's, they don't happen that much. You know, build a great big rip-roaring campfire, hang your food up in the trees where it should be, on a bear rope, and don't worry about it. The fire's going to run them off 90% of the time anyways. Because fire is bad in every way to a bear.
To any wild
It's either-
animal.
Yeah, it's either destroying their habitat or it's a sign of humans, which is bad.
Or it's destroying them.
Yeah, exactly. So animals almost invariably will go away from fire.
I can't even think of any animal or insect, really, that will head towards fire. They all start going the opposite fucking direction real quick.
Moth. A moth is that's why they say like drawn like a moth to flame. Moth is the only thing I know of in nature that doesn't go away from fire.
And I don't even remember seeing them actually get too close to a fire.
Oh, I see it all the time, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah, every fucking campfire I build, man, we'll be sitting around and these moths flies into it. Like, well, that was fucking stupid.
Well, you guys probably have more moths or something back east than we do got over here.
I think that story is based off of candles and oil lamps, though. Because a moth will go to a candle or a oil lamp.
Yep.
Well, yeah, neither one of those throw off the amount of heat that a campfire does, you know?
What happens is they get close to the heat and they're like the phoenix. Their wings melt.
Well, yeah, they fucking... You touch one of those and the powder all comes off on your fingers when you're trying to hold it the most delicate?
They're drawn to the light, and by the time they realize, oh shit, this light's going to kill me, it's too late. It's done melted their wings off and they fall in.
I love the bug zapper.
Oh,
I love the sound of it. Actually, I could sit on a porch drinking a beer and listening nothing but the bug zapper. I would not have a problem.
I love the sound of a bug zapper in the heat.
Yep.
I don't know why, but I fucking love the sound of that shit.
Give me a little bit of crickets and frogs in the background, but give me that bug zapper like a pow. I love when the great big ones hit it and it sounds like a 22 rifle going off.
I need to get one of those and just set it out on my porch. My porch is really just like a set of steps with the landing at the top of it. I don't even got coverage for it. But you know what? I will sit on that bench in the summer and drink some beer and listen to it. I do not give a
All you need is a step. All you need is the front step, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, I put a little table and a couple chairs out there too. Surprised nobody's stole them yet.
Dude, me and Bob was talking just the other day about how that's part of what's wrong with the world today because, man, there was so many big life lessons learned sitting on the front porch with the family. People just don't sit on the front porch with the family no more, man.
Speaking of the bug zappers, I've got one on my back porch back there that the light fixture beside the door, it screws into that.
Oh, right on.
For a regular light bulb, or you can just have it on the bug zapper. And all you do is just by turning it off, you flip the switch and the light comes on. Turn it off and back on, and it turns the bug zapper on.
Right on.
So, over 50% of America now rents.
Yeah.
Most renters don't have a porch. So,
You're right.
It kind of goes to understand why there ain't so many people just sitting on the porch anymore.
Right.
And now, and the people that do have a porch that happen to be on a busy street with a lot of loud fucking cars don't want to sit on the porch. Take out
That's why I love living in the country.
That's another 15% of porch people that they just don't want to be on the porch because of how fucking loud it is.
The porch people.
The porch people, man. That's now a social class.
Yes. I'm porch people.
Oh, I'm definitely.
You got a porch
We
now?
have Huh?
You
Yeah,
got a porch?
actually we do. We've got both front and back decks, but or little porches, but we've got a big patio we built down here next to the storage building.
You didn't have that when I was there.
No.
I didn't give a fuck. You had a nice campfire out back that we just sat there and got fucking trash ass drunk around.
We did have the two little porches on the front and the back.
Those were more like just step up platforms to get in. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not really nothing, no room for nothing. But yeah, down there where we had the campfire, the big party, that is where we built the deck at, down on the ground. So that whole area that we was standing around in the grass is now a big deck.
I think my cat's cracking out.
Dude, she has been pacing back and forth the whole time you've been on here. I've kept seeing her going right back and forth behind
She is like on one right now, just boom, boom. I keep hearing her going back and forth.
Cat zoomies.
Kitty. Hey, you.
Bob, guess what the cat's name is?
Shady Sadie.
Shady Sadie.
Oh, hell.
Kitty. Because she is fucking shady, okay? I got her. Her name was Sadie. You know, I saved her from some tweaker-looking drunk crack whore from Safeway that was just trying to give her away, I imagine, because she didn't want to take care of her no more. I was like, fuck it, I'll take it. I felt bad for the cat because this woman didn't look like she could hardly take care of herself, let alone another fucking, living thing. And then I brought her back. She was the sweetest thing. Everybody thought she was so sweet. And then Lisa died, or I put her down. You remember Lisa, seeing her on camera. She
Lisa was cool, man.
She was a cool kid. Yeah.
I like Lisa because she could aggravate the fuck out of him when nobody else could, man. We'd all be giving him shit, and he'd be like, yeah, whatever. Lisa would come over and meow, 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 and go, shut the fuck up!
Or she would sit there and stare at me. Like, sit creepy, like, in the middle of the fucking room and just sit there staring. Not moving. Like, some Silent Hill shit or something. I don't even fucking know. And it's like, go the fuck away. You throw something at her, she wouldn't even hardly move unless you it got close to hitting her. And then she would sit back down and look and keep staring. And of course, it's just getting on your nerves. And she's just sitting there like, what, motherfucker?
What are you gonna do?
But anyways, when she died, I figured I should get Sadie, a fucking another cat around so she wasn't sitting here alone in my house bugging the shit out of me. Because Lisa bugged me less when I brought Sadie home, even though she didn't like her. So I was like, all right, well, that means Sadie won't bug me. So I accidentally brought back, my ass. I paid for a couple of big black cats that were brothers that were young, very playful. I have a lot of glass in my house. Yeah, it wasn't the best idea. But anyways, this little bitch. See, those brothers were inseparable. They did everything together. They went everywhere. You could never get them apart. Well, she split the brothers. She took one brother away. She was always running off with one brother. Another one was left here alone all the time. Because I send my cats outside. I hope they run away. They never do. They keep coming back. Motherfuckers. I should stop feeding them. This is what the problem is. They're like, oh, wet cat food. Oh my gosh.
I'll stay here.
But anyways, this little shady bitch, She split those brothers, manipulated it. That's when she got the shady part added to her name. Is because everybody thought she was the sweetest, most precious kitty. But I've seen what she did to brothers, okay?
She's a manipulative bitch.
She split those brothers and had one. If Cats committed suicide, that one would have, it would be dead. It would have fucking killed itself, man.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it. I think the best thing I did was get rid of those cats. Uh-oh. It's time for your mom, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to wake her up.
Ah.
She came in here early. She said, I'm laying back down. If you don't hear me stirring by 11 o'clock, come get me up.
Which means I ain't getting up until 11.
Right?
Oh. So I put on Mass Effect. I started playing it a little bit, and I put it on broadcast. I ain't really done much, but I'm pretty sure it's been a good conversation. It's been recorded. Oh, anybody? I don't think anybody's watched it, but if they'd listen, might be interesting.
Oh, me and Bob have done made up our minds. When they see us, when Big Brother sees us get on our call in the morning, they all gather around and watch and listen to our video call. Just to laugh at our stupid.
Yeah, we
I'm already up. Bob?
Yeah.
Huh.
God damn.
Yeah. Bob, I couldn't have went and played disc golf. Fucked up.
Are you feeling better or what?
I wouldn't play. Even if it was good weather, I wouldn't play today.
What do you think of this, huh?
Every time I think about disc golf in the wind, I think about that throw at damn Cherokee Park. I ain't never, dude. Of all the disc golf and shit we've seen, I have never seen one do that.
It left.
Oh shit, he's got the laser out now.
I just see.
We was down at Cherokee Park in Morristown playing disc golf one day, and the throw I had to make, it went across this little valley. It was just literally maybe like 20 or 30 yards wide, and it was just the very top of the valley where it met. A little dip more than anything. A real stiff breeze coming up out of there. It just went across that valley and it shot up 20 feet straight up.
Yeah.
As soon as it got out of that valley, it went poof, straight back down where it was. Dude, that was crazy as shit.
That was weird.
Ryan made an insane shot at Frank Loreno one day, Bob. The one where you tee off right next to the... You remember the one where Gavin threw it all the way down, almost put it in the trash can?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. 13. Wait, okay. 10.
I think it's 12 that you're talking about. 11 or 12.
Wait a minute. 12's the big one off the hill.
Yeah, but ain't that the one that you got to stay to the left, but he went to the right over to where the soccer field was?
Yeah. Okay, let's see. 12's the big one off the hill. 13, you got to go back up and into the woods. 14, you come out of the woods and then down into the edge of the wood line. The next one, after that, the one where you got to go up the big bunch of rocks. Ryan made a hell of a shot right there one day, dude. It was a pure, absolute shit house luck shot. But it was a killer shot nonetheless.
I'm touring the ship.
The very
Getting to know
top
my
rock on the left.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the
pretty
power
much
control
flat.
systems. This is
Right?
Gary.
That's Engineer Gabriella
This
Davies, actually.
went
I'm
straight through
responsible
the
for the
trees
propulsion system.
and skipped
What can we do for you, Commander?
on the top of that rock. Ain't but about that big around.
Yeah.
It hit it
You
perfectly.
set up okay down here?
We can't complain.
Right
Just
over
wish it
them,
didn't
10
take so
feet from
long
the
to
back.
calibrate the
I
FBA
thought that
arrays.
plane was flying
You're
backwards.
complaining.
The,
What kind of problems are you
It
having?
was one of them where
When
the
they
big
upgraded
wings
the
in the back,
Normandy
the little
design, they
wings
got
in
a
the
bit
front.
sloppy with the
Oh, yeah.
FBA couplings.
Those are
I won't bore you with the tech.
Yeah, yeah.
There's an array of
Going backwards.
attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels
You
the
did
vehicle.
weed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In
What
short,
was in
if
that
we had
shit,
T6
man?
FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
I don't know, but I think I want some more.
the,
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency is it's a maintenance issue.
Those few
Also,
dabs
the
I've had
T6
in
model
these
can be
2
hard to
years,
find. National
it's
Stereo
given
is
that perfect
discontinued.
nice little
We could
buzz.
probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shorting.
Where did you receive your training?
my last big
Both Gabby
nugget.
and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
Uh-oh.
She flew in the first wave of the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Boy, I got super soon to get into town. Oh, shit, I can't go to town. Amanda's got the key.
Once you were gone,
Hey,
the
Josh,
Alliance
I
were
can't
asked
get
to
my
send
care
the
packages
vultures,
no more.
tearing apart
How
everything
come?
you'd said.
You
I was
quit.
very
Oh,
public
yeah, that's right,
with my
you said
defense
quit.
for you. I didn't
You
hold
quit
back.
drinking
That's an
there?
understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented
Damn
engineer,
California
they'd have
health
court-martialed him
kids.
for
I
insubordination.
know shit.
But he got noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer.
Bob's
Here I
daughter
am.
lives in California, and she's got on a health food, one of them California diet health food kicks, so she quit smoking weed.
So why did
Now
you
she
join
can't
Gabby?
send Bob a care
Kenneth and I
package.
have been partners
Why?
in crime
You
since
don't
we
have to smoke
graduated
weed.
from
All
Tech
you
Academy.
now.
When he got the service offer, I insisted that it include me.
I was on
He
mute
felt
because I was
powerful.
coughing to death.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines.
I was like, why?
Normandy
You
is
quit
state
weed
of the
still
art.
same shit.
When I got the opportunity to
What's
work
that?
on her, I had to jump.
Oh, she don't go to them places. No.
What do you think
Oh,
about
she
Cerberus?
got all ratchet.
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission.
What's bad
who's in
is my
charge.
mom
We're
just
off
got
to
back
kick the
from out there.
collectors
She
right
was out
in
there
their
for
daddy
3
bags. That's enough for me.
And she came back with a whole new plan.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know
On
much
this,
about the organization other
healthy
than the
food
Normandy
stuff.
team. We know our mission and who's in
Let's
charge.
just say me and
We're off to
DoorDash
kick
have
the
become
collectors
friends.
right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
I might give up the smoking of it, before long. Just fucking having to take this inhaler. It's getting stupid.
I've
But
actually,
Carry on.
Will do.
there's always edibles.
right.
Doesn't mean I have to quit consuming.
What can we do for you, Commander?
I saw a comedian this morning. He was like, "Man, I started smoking weed when I was 13.
Will
He
do,
said, these kids
Commander.
today have no idea how easy they got it. All they got to do is," he said, "all they got to do is walk into a dispensary. You can edible,
do
be
for
as
you,
high as you want to
Carry
get,
on.
be as high as
Will do,
fuck for
Commander.
hours." Shit, when I was 13, we had to spend an hour just picking the seeds out of the bag full of swag weed.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
It took longer to clean it up than you stayed high from it.
it was more stems and seeds than anything.
Yeah. And when you were young and dumb, you even tried to smoke those at one time.
Yep.
But what I'd hate was when one would sneak its way into your joint, and then you'd be sitting there hitting it, and some bitch would explode like you had one of them little firecrackers, and then
Yeah.
Blow all your cherry out.
Or if you got it in the bowl, it ruins your whole bowl.
yeah, but You get seed burns in your shirt where they fall out of the end of the joint and burn a hole in your little shirt there.
That's what Pete Floyd's talking about when he says the obligatory
Access to
pinhole
this room
burn.
is currently restricted.
Yeah. That's it.
You can spot a pothead by their pinhole burns. They're gonna have pinhole burns.
What's this area?
Some of us still need.
It includes facilities
I
to
got
reopen
probably
repair
6 or
and
7 of these
reserve
pajama bottoms I'm wearing right
Our
now.
last ship didn't need a shuttle. Why do we have one?
Dude, I can still remember the first bag of wheat that I got that didn't have seeds in it. And I'm like, what kind of godsend is this? You know?
I remember when every year, once a year, there'd be a batch of really good wheat come through, and everybody called it Christmas wheat because it always seemed like it come through at Christmas time. I can remember, dude, man, there's some of that Christmas wheat going around, dude. There's some of that Christmas wheat.
But now I must say, back in the mid to late 70s and up into the early 80s, Tennessee homegrown was some of the best parts you could get back then.
Right.
You have everything you need.
It used to be Tennessee's #1 cash crop in the state.
I'm good, but
Yeah.
I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going
Over
to be
top
rough
of
business.
tobacco
The
even,
crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw
which is
themselves into
huge
the
in
fire.
Tennessee.
Not anymore, but it was.
Not anymore. You can't make no money off of it unless you got fucking 20
You've got more
pounds
to
of
worry
acre.
about than
I still
groceries
remember when I
shopping
was a
in the city.
teenager, me and my buddies, you know, we lived in the country, so when we played Army, you know, we had,
Much appreciated.
you know,
This list is probably
acres and acres and acres. Everybody's farms we'd be on. I remember me
to
and,
talk about.
it was me and David against his brother and Marty.
What don't I do?
And me and David, we're running through this cornfield, right? We got our little stick guns, you know, nobody had room, we could find us a stick at the gun. We're running through it, right? And then all of a sudden, something starts registering in my head, and I start slowing down and looking,
Wash my hands.
and I just
Most of
stopped.
the time.
And
This
it
ain't
was
no luxury liner.
cornstalk,
You have to pull your
pot
own weight
plant,
in a surplus
cornstalk,
vessel,
pot plant,
and I
cornstalk,
catch what
pot
falls
plant.
through the
In this
cracks.
field, and I'm like,
Through the cracks.
we're gonna get shot for
How do you
real.
feel
You
about
know?
Get the fuck out of here.
Proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The
Of course, we
Alliance
grabbed a
and
couple
Dutch
buds
look
on our
like
way
their
up
heads
there.
buried so deep up their butt puckers
Amanda's
they can't
daddy
see
drove a big
squat.
huge crop years
Take
ago.
good old
That
human
got
ingenuity
busted.
to
He's
crush
done it
these
several years
collector
before
vermin.
and didn't get
Only
busted.
Cerberus knows that.
He didn't get
How did
busted.
you find
He
your
was
way into
smart enough
Cerberus?
not to do it on his
Can you
own property.
believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs
the
along the
profit
frontier? I was happy
discovered
enough,
and burnt.
but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm
Yeah.
no soldier, but I've got skills, and
Alright,
Cerberus keeps
fellas,
an eye
I'm
out
gonna grab
for
me
talent.
something to eat and
I'll
take
do
the town,
whatever
get
it
this
takes
shit
to
done with and
help.
over
Be
with.
that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, keeping
Fuck, I
everyone's
can't,
bellies
man,
full.
I can't. I keep forgetting I can't.
You
I can't do
ain't got
anything.
no keys.
I ain't got the key. I've got the key to the front door,
I won't
And
take
the
any
big-
more of your time.
storm door, but I don't have the key to get on to the back. Man, that house is at the very edge of a kind of shitty part of town. There's immediately behind her is the backyard. Okay, so
Commander
how
Shepard,
do I describe it?
I watched
There's
the
her
Normandy
road.
crumble with you on board.
And then there's a
It's
road
good to see you alive.
2 doors down from her that turns up and goes to a T to a road that goes dead ends on both ends.
I'm shocked.
Behind her.
You're serving
right?
on a Cerberus vessel now?
One end of that
Surprising,
road
even to me.
is
Yet
old folks,
here
it's
I am.
flat single
The
story
kind of
apartments
trauma
for
you
old
enjoy
folks
would have changed.
and people that are
But not
that,
you,
that
I
have
see.
mental
Welcome
issues
back,
but
Shepard.
are still capable of living on their own.
You have everything you need.
The other
believe
end
so.
of that road
This
is
medical base
straight
is
up
very much
potheads.
like the sick bay on the original Normandy.
I mean, the
Only
straight
thing
up
missing is my
fucking ghetto.
private reserves. I
So
even had a
her
bottle of
house is
Ceres Ice brandy that I was saving
right at
for
the
a
corner of
special
where the old
occasion.
folks in the ghetto neighborhood meets. And there's a lot of thievery and pilfering and
I'll
shit
keep an
that
eye
goes
out for a
on. So
replacement.
inside the house
You needn't. It's
There's the back
expensive,
porch, which is
and we have
also
much
locked.
larger concerns
But
ahead.
even after you get onto the back porch,
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for
inside
years.
the house
Why leave
is a
now?
big fucking deadbolt.
After the Normandy was
Not
lost,
the deadbolt, but a
the
slide
surviving crew
bolt.
was reassigned.
And it's got a padlock
I
on
was
it that you have
stationed
to
at
unlock
Mars
from
Naval
inside the
Medical
house.
Center.
And I
Very
don't have that key.
respectable position,
So I can't get onto
but
the
it
back
wasn't
porch,
on a starship.
which is where the stuff I'm going after is.
Well, can't you go in through the front and open it?
Colonial military life
No,
is
that's what I'm saying. The padlock
I
to
spent
get
most of my
onto the
life
back
on
porch is
warships,
inside
never
the
knowing
house.
what the next mission might bring.
And I don't have a
I'm
key
used
to the
the
back
hum
door.
of engines, the creaking of bulkheads.
There's two back doors. You go through
Vertigo
this.
when the momentum dampeners kick in.
What I'm calling the
5
back
planets
porch
I've
is
just
actually
too
just
stumpy.
another room on
Too
the back of the
boring.
house that
You're not the
used to
Cerberus
just
type,
be a
Doctor.
porch.
I don't
And then
work
it got
for
walled in
Cerberus.
and
I
an
work for
actual
you.
door added to it.
On a mission that
So there's the
crucial to
original back
survival of the
door.
human race.
It's got a big
I have
pane of
faith that
glass
your
in it
dealings with Cerberus will be ethical.
and an old storm door.
I
And
trust you,
then
Commander.
you go through the back porch and there's
There's a very
another
good chance
big
this
door.
mission will be a one-way trip.
I don't have the key for that
Are you
outer
prepared
door.
for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy
That's
together.
I'm
I've lived
too.
a full
I'm a little
life.
bit,
No
little
regrets.
bit hungry.
I'd like to make sure the
I
crew
think
gets the
this is
same
your call, it is,
opportunity.
Bob.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you called
see you
me,
later,
so they'll
Doctor.
kill me and him
Come
when
on,
you get off. But I need to get shit done around here anyway. I've got stuff to do. So, alright, well, T, I may get some shit done around here real quick and holler at you and play some video games.
Alright, man. I'll be on here
Alright,
probably.
dude.
Like,
Alright. Alright, we'll see you.
Wait up.
Access to the AI core is restricted.
What up?
what up, man?
How you doing?
I am tired and stoned. How are you?
Right.
I'm fucking exhausted, actually, but, you know,
Yeah.
I couldn't sleep anymore.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Well, I guess that's fair. I spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification.
So I'm in Mass Effect 2 now.
Cool.
You certainly don't like
It's just a fact. This is my strength, even my looks. They're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous, risky, and technically Cerberus are. And it's why I was assigned to you.
what level of genetic modification are you talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced for a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
Sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. want from someone with my abilities.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander, whatever you need. Commander, what can I do for you?
Anything I should know regarding Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
What exactly are your duties besides just keeping an eye on me?
I'm the elusive man's agent. You're his most important asset. My job is to make sure you succeed. Aside from that, I send regular reports for those updating our status.
Yeah.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Well, the new ship is definitely bigger than the old ship. That is for sure. Let's see my cabin. Let's see what we got going on here. I got some trophies. I guess that's probably from the first game. I got like 2 trophies. Oh, 3 trophies maybe?
Nice.
But these are just, I don't know if these are actually PS4 trophies though. Let's see, team status, all that sort of bullshit. Okay, upgrades. Unread messages. Do I really need to read these messages? Why is my phone vibrating? Hello?
Please press 1.
Huh. Vanderbilt Industries, huh? What is this? Oh, sound system. Yeah, turn it off. Okay, appearance. Alright, so I can like go to my own little cabin, change shit around. That's cool. Alright. Combat Information Center. I think so far I like the first one better. But I barely got into this one though, and you know.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Mr. Chambers. Okay, Kelly. Is there anything I should know?
Let's chat. Oh, you always have time for me, huh?
What are your responsibilities? Isn't that the type of task better suited to your idea?
make sure the crew's mental health is safe.
I look for warnings. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done in film.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Jeffrey. What else do you like to know?
This organization is our reputation. Do you have any concerns for me?
Not at all.
This sounds good. Ted's Bourbon Coffee.
That does sound
Bourbon
good.
roasted small batch coffee. Perfect coffee for the bourbon lover. That tastes good.
Sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens.
Cerberus looks out for you. It doesn't mean we gain aliens.
Fucking, President, or ex-President Trump has this t-shirt he's selling called Operation Broken Arrow, Fight for Trump.
Yeah.
You think he would have learned not to say fight anymore?
Yeah, you'd think, but I don't think he learned his lesson very easy.
Yeah, you think he would learn not to use that kind of verbiage?
Very buzzed about it.
What can I say? I'm a people person. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
He's gonna get a bunch of people caught up in a conspiracy racket for sedition or something like that, like what happened at the Capitol.
And I'm surprised he didn't get charged some way.
Well, he didn't specifically tell them to do that, but you know, they took it like that when he said you gotta fight. He meant like go out and vote. He wasn't thinking like people were gonna actually take up baseball bats and stuff.
I watched that him talk on January 6th. There was no vote anymore. This motherfucker said march up to the Capitol or whatever, the building, and stop that shit pretty much.
Yeah. Well, they were trying to disrupt it, the people that did it.
And then Rudy Giuliani, he really fanned the flames. You know, I think that was the day that probably really defined America. Because if that would have succeeded, that would have it would have changed America forever.
What if they would have went there and killed everybody instead?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure that would have changed America forever.
Yeah, they really would have turned it into a tyranny.
Yeah,
They would have checkpoints on every fucking street. You would need a pass to leave your house.
Wow, this is such a different kind of universe. Hmm. Buy fuel. Alright, let's buy fuel. That's definitely different. Where the fuck was I? some assignments. Find brandy. Find ingredients. Travel to Alkira. Start with this place, I guess.
But I guess the reason Trump hasn't been successful so far since he announced that he doesn't have money to fund his fucking campaigns.
Really?
The bills cost about $500,000 each. So you gotta imagine you're having a couple rallies in every state. That's $100 million. And he has $100 million, but he can't tap into his war chest that the super PACs have amassed because for some reason, because he's a presidential candidate, you're not allowed to touch that money. There's some kind of rule.
That's weird.
That's kind of weird. It doesn't really seem fair. He needs some money to spend it, he can't spend it even though he has it. Pretty stupid. It must be frustrating. And the fact that his t-shirt says "Fight for Trump," it's almost like a call to arms.
It'll be interesting to see how the election goes.
Yeah. they're saying that DeSantis guy is polling well against Trump unless more people run. Trump might take it. That's what they're afraid of.
Research projects being used to upgrade heavy weapons, submachine guns, and assault rifles.
Well, not sure what that did for my journal. Which I did that. Why is it still on assignment?
Anomaly detected.
So how do I go to the anomaly? That's my question. Follow the white indicator on the... What white indicator?
I wish there was like a couple more levels on Sniper Elite 5. They did add a couple new maps, but there's still not that many. They're big, but after a while any map gets old, you know.
Yeah. dog tag. That's not good. Rosamonda died. There's Thalia, she died. Ooh, flashbacks.
There's so many cutscenes in that game.
Oh yeah, I bet. It's just kind of cool that they so closely follow the first one and include progress and shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That I really like about this game.
Two was really good, three was even better.
Well, I'm working my way through all three. I've been broadcasting all of it. I don't know why, but, you know, fuck it. I bet you have to run around there. Another flashback. Unbelievable, blah, 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 blah. Don't trust them. Oh, Navigator Presley. You're before you die. You died too? Aw. What's that? See, why they had to go kill everybody on the fucking Normandy down there? Oh, is that the fucking... I forgot to take my garbage out. I bet you that's a garbage truck I just heard.
Oh shit.
Yeah. My garbage ain't full anyways. I'm gonna take a piss. I'll be right back.
Alright.
that drinking beer in the morning pitch there. I'm already put down 2 beers, might have a couple more. I worked 14 and a half hours yesterday.
Nice.
And was gone from home for 18 and a half hours. Got home at 12:30 a.m. Went to bed at like 2 a.m. Was back awake at 5:30 a.m.
Man.
I said, fuck it, I'm dabbing and drinking beer.
I'm gonna try one of my favorite games again, but I quit it because the game would glitch out and make the invisible enemy.
Yeah?
The last one. And you couldn't kill it because you couldn't find it.
What game?
It's called Warhammer 40,000 Battle Sector. It's a strategy game. You move out your units and tell them to fire and attack and upgrade their abilities and stuff. It's actually pretty fun. Yeah. But then once you get to like the 3rd or 4th level, or like the 4th level, I guess, 4th or 5th level, when you start dominating, it'll like, the enemy won't make their move. They'll just keep thinking.
Yeah.
You can't decide what to do.
It's no good.
And then like, if you destroy them anyway, like you just push in and kill them all, then there'll be like one left. It's invisible. That you can't kill, it just runs away from you. And then your time's run out, and you lose.
Okay.
Yeah, fucking. I wonder if they're able to fix that. I really like the game because you can each character you get a upgrade with enough points, and the abilities are pretty awesome. I got used to using all the different classes together, like a little blitzkrieg. I would coordinate my firepower. I have these guys launch a bunch of like barrage missiles at them, and then like have all my soldiers just on Overwatch firing when any movement happens. And my ship, like land speeder, shooting at them, at the weak ones. And I had it pretty wired. Oh, what? There's an extra pack? Oh, what? Tyranid Elite. I don't know if I want that. That was purchased. frustrated last time when I was like halfway through the game, and then the enemies wouldn't like make their move, or it would just disappear at the end. It's like, fuck. You're not supposed to be invisible.
Yeah, that would piss me off. The PTSD this guy must have.
Yeah, so I unlocked the Necrons. I paid for that. It was like $9. Be a new enemy. Maybe they patched the AI, so make it workable again. I hope so. And I bought the other mech unit that I didn't have. These Tyranids are crazy creatures, though. They swarm on you. So many of them. And some of them shoot like acid bullets, bone acid bullets that burrow through your armor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it fucking drill through. Nasty motherfucker. Tyranids. They're like these reptilian insectoid creature. They're crazy. And they just land on a planet and take over the whole planet. Kill everything living on it. Transform it into them.
Way to keep your survival. Huh?
Yeah, and then they just, from there they shoot to another planet. They like shoot spores out. And it grows a new hive mind, and then that hive mind controls all the new Tyranids on that planet that start being processed out. It's crazy. Then there's the Necrons. Not really sure what they are. They're like these skeletal ancient race of Xenos that wants to kill everything. They have like these crazy gamma ray guns that just disrupt everything when they cut through. I wish you could play Asset. That'd be pretty cool. If they were a playable faction. Like even just in 2-player mode.
I love how my cat chases the laser.
Alright, finished installing. Yeah, this is a 2021 game. And I just didn't, I don't know, I didn't do something right with it. Because it was like a port from a computer. Yeah, this game's awesome though. Just wish it worked better. Maybe they fixed it. Oh, there's some new shit on here. Planetary Supremacy Preview. They say how to play the tutorial first. Damn. What was a master at this game?
Shotguns and medical equipment.
I didn't change much, did it? Yeah, there's something I gotta do. Hey, guys, let's go there.
happy attitude. You're not here to cause problems for Omega.
Things explode around you, Shepard. Afterlife now.
I'm receiving quarantine warnings about the slums where Dr. Gordon Souls runs the clinic. This is Resistance Transport Station. I've also accessed messages through your personal notebooks regarding slums to take a look.
Not working what they tell you to do.
No one's thinking of a total jackass.
There we go. And there's a cool tactic you can use called fallback attack. As you pull back to the left entirely, you open your window.
I assume you've been briefed.
I've done my homework. Silver sent me everything I needed to know.
My contacts told me we're picking up one man, not two.
But then again, this does someone much more meaning
What's gonna happen to him? What's your relationship with Cerberus?
Easy. Cerberus is paying me a lot of money to help you on your mission. That's the whole truth.
Not many mercs would take a suicide mission for the pay.
Most mercs that they don't know. Cerberus sent me. This mission is
Good to have you, Dazed. We have a lot to do.
That's what they tell me. I assume you're losing that talking about our arrangement.
No. I guess he decided to leave that information out of the dossier.
Picked up a mission about back just before I signed on with Cerberus. What are you going to be interested? You're at the name of Vito Santiago. He's the head of his son.
No, it's like that, sure.
I'll make sure we get that done.
Good. Frozen or something.
I better turn this thing in before it starts to stink. I'll be locked and loaded next time you're ready to get some killing.
Locked up. New tutorial.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a preview mode. The new Conquest-style skirmish campaign mode. Currently in active development. Play this preview and share feedback and feature requests. That could be cool.
Omega, what a piss hole. At least it keeps you on your toes. I've had to come here on business before. I feel like we need a shower in addition to normal contamination.
To achieve victory, you need to advance your forces across the map and destroy the base territories of two opposing factions. Strategic resources will provide unique bonuses to help maintain your dominance. You will only lose if you fail to defend your base. When enemies on site while you still have one unit left alive, you can fight on and deliver upon this planet the totality of your wrath. I like the sound of that. Establish your base, you can control the resources and eliminate your enemies. And you can play as the Necrons, which is what I'm going to do right now. Allowing me to move my characters out.
I don't know, but this is a new beer for me.
So you're saying the slums are completely sealed off?
Finally, you making them here. Yes, that's exactly
I'm gonna lose all my stuff.
Anybody in the quarantine zone will be dead from the plague and gangs in 2 weeks.
I didn't think Omega had any kind of law enforcement. Who gave the order to quarantine the slums?
Fresh off the transport. Aria Tilo calls the shots around here. She's got her little blue hands on every business in this district. The plague is bad for business. Tired of anyone from entering or leaving the quarantine zone.
There's a Solarian named Morton Soltis in the slums. I've got to get in there to find him.
The doctor? That greasy bastard opened a clinic in the district a few months ago.
I don't know how these units are. They're all different.
I hear Morton's trying to deal with the plague. Wish him luck. The area is still locked down. Our orders are wait until either the plague or the blue suns kill it. And go in
Listen, you're stuck here until this war is over. That could take weeks. What you really need is to get this problem solved right now. That's what I need. Solve problems. Let me in, I'll get this district straightened out.
You think you can fix this? Why not? Quarantine is more to keep infected people in anyway.
Oh, these must be my sniper class.
Wait, you're stalking me, but not them? You son of a bitch.
You don't have a grenade launcher, lady. Get lost.
Fortunately, humans are
Like little mechs. Little mech robots. Like they're melee. Eliminate all enemies. That's what I gotta do. They turn invisible, it's not gonna help. Oh, that's right. These fuckers are firing on me from... They just took out like 3 of my guys.
Yeah.
Man, where was they coming from? Facing the wrong way. Don't shoot. Took out 3 of my guys in 2 shots.
Damn. That's a
wounded the other 2.
Guess they just left the dead in the streets.
Make control for this most basic. Pile the bodies in the street and burn them.
These guys have teleportation, so they can teleport 10,000 men.
Is there anything I can do for you?
You don't like me.
I need to find more souls.
Yeah. Miss.
Hey, stay with me. This won't cure the plague. That might help a bit. important worse than dying from the plague.
Sounds like my kind of doctor.
Why are you so convinced? I need to find Morton's souls.
He has a clinic on the far side of the district. He's taking everything. Offering to help those affected by plague. If it's reaching on him before, it's dangerous.
You were talking about torture. I should go.
No map, huh? No map, huh?
Alright, to look at one of the mobile cannons. Nice.
Maybe I should look this one up.
Once again, Micro here. Today, in Mass Effect 2, I'll show you how to hack a terminal. I find the easiest way to move around these green highlighted brackets is to use the WASD key, and then when you find the picture that you want, you press the space bar to select it. It's kind of hard to tell in this picture, but the two light blue boxes, when they match, you line up the brackets and press the space bar to select. And you have to do this 3 times to get the terminal to open. Now let's watch a video of these tins in action. Watch out for the red X'd out boxes. If you hit one, you'll have to restart. See how with using the WAS and D keys, you can move the green bracket around the red X-out boxes so that you don't stop.
Interesting. What the fuck? No, I don't even care right now. I'll play this game long enough today. And we're just gonna leave it at that.